You are tuned into the Bianca Bobo Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station, the new beat of Atlanta. It's a free-for-all Friday, y'all. What's going on, Doug E. Fresh?
It's free-for-all Friday, just ready to get into the mix and ready for the weekend.
Man, you got some plans for this weekend?
I'm working at an event all day Saturday. I'm ready to relax on Sunday.
Right.
But I'm ready.
I got a couple of things.
Stay ready.
Yeah, I got a couple of things that we're doing today. Saturday, we're going to be going to Tinseltown Studios with movie director Bobby Peoples. He has his whole thing going on, and we're going to be there. Matter of fact, we're going to do some live streaming there. So that's going to be cool.
What time is that?
Actually, he's going to call in, I think, today. Yep, he is. He's going to call in today.
Just speaking for breaking news.
Confirmation. He's going to call in today and chat about it a little bit, so that's great. And he'll give us all the details. Plus, if you're watching, you'll be able to see the advertisement during our slides on our breaks. If you want to see everything that's happening as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com. Click on Watch Live. You'll be able to see what's happening. The Q&A box is open. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, just type it in the Q&A box, and we will entertain it. Give us about 20 seconds, and we'll see it. The call number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223 is the call number. If you know somebody that wants to listen, but they don't have internet access for some odd reason, or you're about to walk away from your device, we have a listen line, which is 401-347-0418. Again, 401-347-0418. We're going to be talking about small businesses today. We got a sports update in layman's terms, some hot topics. But I want to know, what's the status of small businesses? I've been looking at that, though. So I got some stats that will probably surprise and shock you. So we're going to talk about that today and others. There's all kinds of stuff that's happening. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in. And straight ahead, first up, we're going to have Hair Tips by Imani B. So keep it like right here on the Bianca Bobo Show. We'll be back after this. Make sure you tune in every Sunday morning for Sunday morning inspiration right here on TheBeatDropsRadio.com starting at 9 a.m. Again, every Sunday morning inspiration right here on the Beat Drops Radio, 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Download the TuneIn app so you can take it wherever you go. Win the app right here on the station, Stream Radio. We are available. Make sure you get that inspiration that you need. Hi. I would like to talk to you all about hair color. What hair color to do for your skin tone, or rather, what hair color will be the best hair color for you. Also, I want to talk to you guys about what best complements those hair colors that you choose. So let's jump right into it. Say, for instance, that you want to dye your hair maybe a dark color or something. It is best to avoid washed out features. Like, say you're a makeup person, but you like dyeing your hair as well. I'd say avoid those washed out features because darker hair does risk overpowering your lovely features. So counteract this with a swipe of bronzer or just a lighter kind of, color to help with that gorgeous glow that you have. Okay? With dark hair can easily overpower anything. So it's best to lighten up your appearance. Every woman doesn't like a hard face. Every female wants to have a smooth face. So therefore, when you have dark hair, make sure your face is nice and smooth and glows at the same time. Another thing I want to talk to you guys, if you decide you want to be a redhead, okay, since your hair is very vibrant and it really is, your eyes need extra attention to stand out because of that. Now, I'd say pick a shade that does complement your hair color. You have to go ahead to experiment with bright colors. You really do. When you're a redhead, you need to experiment as much as possible so that you can find a color that best suits you. When you think about hair doesn't only complement you and make you feel good. It makes you feel wonderful. And when you have hair that's on point, you also need makeup and clothes that's on point as well. Now, when you have all three of those all tied together, all of those have to complement each other. Hair, makeup, and clothing always go together because each one is meant to complement the other. If one is messed up or one looks washed out or too dark, then the whole appearance is messed up. Now, say if you're blonde or a bleached blonde. Now, I want to talk to you guys about bleaching your hair. Bleached blonde hair is the worst thing you can do to your hair. It's a nice color for some people, but it is the worst possible color you can color your hair with because it strips your hair of all its nutrients. And it does jack your hair curl pattern up and everything. It's not a good thing to have. And when you keep bleaching and bleaching your hair you're going to lose some of your hair because your hair is not meant to be bleached at any rate. All us females were meant to have a natural skin color, hair color, etc., etc. When you tamper with something that was nature's own design, you're putting it at risk, especially when you bleach. So I'd say stay away from bleaching your hair as much as possible. If you do decide to bleach your hair, do so with a hair professional that knows what they're doing. And I'd also say don't get your hair bleached as often, especially if you recognize that you are born blind. I'm sorry, all don't stay away. Now, I also want to say with blonde hair, the bow in your hair has a way of making the skin appear washed out. Now, I say give your features a little extra without a bump. With the dusting of bronzer, highlighter, or like a peachy blush if you're blonde. So I'd say avoid black eyeliner. Please avoid black eyeliner. Black eyeliner and black mascara, they're too harsh for blonde. It's not complimenting anything. For some can maybe pull it off, but it is not what you would ordinarily do. Now, to play it safe, I'd say play it safe As usual, we appreciate always Heritage by Michael B. She will be back on next Friday, same time, same station. Keep it locked right here. We got sports in layman's terms coming up. Keep it locked.
Salon located at 4454 Rockbridge Road, Mountain, Georgia, open Tuesday through Saturday. They offer sew-in, custom wigs, cuts, colors, and more. Attention licensed and professional stylists and barbers only. Styles of Essence has booths for rent. Contact Miss Tamika at 678-656.
You know the music. Doug Lehman.
Time to put it to you in layman's terms with your Beat Drops Radio Sports Update.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select Andrew Wiggins from Toronto and the University of Kansas.
The jubilation of Andrew Wiggins. Last year, Anthony Bennett said that perhaps Canadian players would go back-to-back at number one consecutive drafts.
So the clock hit 0. How nervous were you waiting for Adam Silver to come out? I was nervous. It hit 0. I always felt like another 2 minutes waiting. Oh, it's crazy. All right, so talk to me a little bit about your fashion, because you have one of the most unique outfits here tonight. What do you got on? What is this, velvet?
Yeah, Warrior Boswell suit, custom by him, and then it was styled by Brandon Williams.
Yeah. All right, so how do you plan on proving the critics wrong?
And there you have it. Andrew Wiggins was selected the #1 pick in the NBA draft that went down last night. Second pick of the he was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, as you just heard. The second pick of the draft was Jabari Parker, who went to the Milwaukee Bucks, followed by, at one point, the consensus #1 pick, Joel Embiid, actually was drafted by Philadelphia. Now, he was projected, Joel was drafted to be the #1 pick. He was a 7-footer from Kansas.
7 feet.
But he had a problem with his knee, and he's going under knee surgery right now. Actually, it's his foot. And kind of dropped a few spots in the draft.
I'm sure it did. I mean, how can you? Why are they drafting folks with knee and foot problems?
Well, it
Sounds like a Greg Oldham.
Yeah, so the thing is, Philadelphia did the same thing last year when they took Norris Newell from Kentucky as a pick as well. So they've got 2 picks that are sidelined right now.
That's toe up.
And their next pick was exactly. But they got 2 of them, and then they drafted another guy from Greece who's unable to play this year. So 3 of their picks aren't able to play. So Philly's kind of stockpiling and waiting and doing some things.
All right.
But this isn't Philadelphia 76er basketball.
I hope it works to their advantage.
Right. Number 4th pick was Aaron Gordon, excuse me. And
Aaron Gordon.
Not Eric Gordon, not Aaron Gordon. There's a lot of Gordons. I love Eric Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. And Dante Exum came in at number 5. He's another European point guard. So here's the deal. The draft went down. Basically, you looked at Parker, you looked at Wiggins, you looked at Joel, and who's going to be the 3. Those were the consensus, give or take.
Okay.
Miami made a move, and they got Shabazz Napier from All-Star college guard from Connecticut who won the national championship. So Miami Heat were able to acquire him in the draft, and LeBron was wanting Napier out of the draft. So that might be a little thing to keep LeBron in Miami. I don't know. They're trying to keep him happy. Said I'd like to have that young man on my team. So
he's got to have a bench. He's got to have teammates, and he's got to have a bench, because other than that, that's the main reason why he left Cleveland. And I don't think he'll stay with another team as long as he did with Cleveland. And no.
No, one thing they don't have is masculine fashion sense. I'm just saying.
What?
Masculine fashion sense.
Why you say?
Man,
I know where he's going with this.
They got the Wayne Wade and what's that gay T-Rex looking dude name? What's his name?
I don't know. I know where you're going with this. Hold that thought. Don't bring it back. No, that's good though.
But nah, I mean they coming around in capris and Daisy Dukes and all that. Man, some like it.
Well, you gotta look at what Andrew Wiggins, what he wore. We talked about it on the soundbite here too. Just
Yeah. What is that? Velvet? What is
Velvet
that?
suit.
take a look at his pants
That
too.
sounds
You got
like a pimp.
yeah. Look at the pants. You know what I'm talking about. You know what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
even see it.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
even see it.
I'll pull
Okay,
it up for
I know
you,
where you're
Antonio.
going with this. So,
I'll pull it up for you, Antonio.
so Miami got Napier. Lakers actually got Julius Randle from Kentucky. Kobe seemed to be happy about that. It looks like the players are calling the shots of who they want.
All right.
And the Celtics got Marcus Smart. Home team Atlanta Hawks got Adrian Payne from Michigan State. And the Bulls acquired Player of the Year Doug McDermott in a couple of trades. So that's your NBA draft and movement. We'll see where LeBron goes. We'll see where Kamala goes. We'll see where Wade goes. We'll see where Bosh goes. Now it's time for movement because all the teams have been drafted.
Yep.
Now it's the time to play with the money, make the trades, and make things happen.
Yeah, I think we
Bosh going to the Wizards.
The other big news in sports worldwide is the World Cup.
World Cup.
And last Tuesday, as I addressed the biting incidents with
Yeah.
the player from
What's going
Uruguay,
on with that dude, man? I mean, he just felt like
well,
biting.
Luis
Too old for this.
Salazar has been suspended, obviously.
Yeah.
But this isn't the first time he's bit somebody. This isn't the second time he's bit somebody.
serious?
This is the third time he's bitten
How do you
somebody.
get to a third bite?
Well,
We even had a conversation the other day with the lady that dog bites, and you know,
Because he ain't getting this.
that's
so there's something to be said for that. I mean, either that or he's practicing vampire. But
No.
you know, I just
biting
don't know.
folk.
But
Properly put butt whooping, that will
Exactly.
stop.
well,
Just saying.
what's happening now is he will be seeking treatment. He is suspended for 9 matches with Uruguay and 4 months with his professional team in England.
Mm.
So he's going to be hitting the pocketbook and fined $112,000 chump change. Probably for him. Not chump change for me,
No,
but for him it's chump change.
no, not at all.
But they're going to appeal it because he's out. He's losing a lot from that. But the dude's biting people. He just can't.
Just
I'll
be
be
biting folk.
I'd be crying if I lost 12.
Right. So you can't be biting people.
No, man, it's nasty.
More on the actual field of play with the World Cup, the United States did advance to what's known as the knockout round, which we're down to 16 teams worldwide in the World Cup. None of this tie-in, point. If you win, you advance. You lose, you go home.
I'm
All
taking
right.
bets.
It's all down to the final 16, and the favorites are the hometown Brazilian team,
Yeah.
and Argentina are among the favorites to win it. The United States is in what ranking they are, but they start off and they play Belgium Tuesday night.
Belgium.
So if you win, you move on. You lose,
Yeah,
you're
so
done.
I just don't understand soccer really.
well, they had all those things with you win, you tie, you.
Time, all this other
Well-
stuff. I'm like, I thought you go home.
Well, they obviously lost to Germany the other day, and you still got a chance to advance because
Right.
Ghana did not lose to Portugal by so many points. I don't know. Bottom line is, U.S. backed their way into the Sweet 16
Okay.
or knockout rounds, what they say in soccer or football, whatever you want to call it.
Holy schnitzel.
So Wimbledon's in full effect. We're down to one Williams sister though.
What?
What? Which one?
The younger sis, Serena.
Serena. What the
is
heck
still-
happened?
All I know is I got an update.
I
The
thought it
Venus
just
lost.
started.
Yeah,
Somebody
Venus
bit her?
lost. Venus lost.
Somebody bite her?
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't wait bitter. She lost.
What is going on? Venus.
And you know what? I'd like to find out more, but I went to all the sports updates and sites, digging for time, and everything's talking about the World Cup and draft. But bottom line is Wimbledon's going on.
Oh,
And
she's got to be upset because those two, how long have they've been playing for years?
It was like
It's kind of-
6 years, something like that.
people lose,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
They've lost before Wimbledon.
But man, it seemed like the Wimbledon just started.
But
Hasn't it been going on for a while?
it started a few days, like 3 days ago.
See, that's what I'm saying. I
And
don't
it goes
recall-
till about July 4th. Goes right around to the holiday.
I don't recall them like either one of them get knocked out so soon. You
First
expect
round
them to
knockout.
hang in for a little
I
while.
wish all the ass should come back.
Really?
What?
Where'd that come from?
Because they got a park in Chicago called Arthur Park.
Okay.
Taking it back home.
I don't even know where that.
More ways than one. Coming back and play tennis and coming back from the dead.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. No,
Sir.
no in all sense, he was a great American hero.
And he rocked the fro.
And he had the first, the head racket, silver racket. It was tight. Cutting edge.
It was dope. He won. He played tennis in Daisy Dukes of long socks with an afro. That's how he did. Word up.
Is there a watch Wimbledon?
Shorts. Shorts. real short. Back in the day.
Okay. I think they're not Daisy Dukes. They were shorts, but they were not Daisy Dukes.
Something like this.
You can't say that, man.
You saw butt cheeks.
You draw different. It is. You do not.
You saw butt cheeks back then.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
You was looking for them then.
I wasn't looking for no butt cheeks, man. You saw them.
That was half the NBA, John Stockton shorts.
Everybody had the regular, the regular shorts. That's what they had. And then later on, they started making them longer.
One other thing that was encouraging on the draft, getting back off the short shorts,
Yes.
if that's okay.
That's all right.
That's cool.
Adam Silver did a great thing in the NBA. They actually had Isaiah Austin, who was a player for Baylor, was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome, which is a condition of the heart, which means you can't do any activity or you might get a heart attack.
Are you serious?
But he got diagnosed with that going into all the NBA draft. They have all these people do all these assessments of your body, and it showed up a red flag. He played his college career. He's going to be a top 20 pick. So his career was cut short. What the NBA did is they had a ceremony draft pick for him, so he could still experience being drafted. That pick came right after the Hawks picked not a real pick, but a pick, Adrian Payne. But so they had a ceremonial pick for him around the 15th pick. So that was kind of.
But he ain't getting no dough, though, right?
He's not getting dough. He's getting the recognition. I'm sure he's going to get compensated for something.
What's the name of the disease again?
You'd have to ask me to say that again.
I mean, I didn't catch it.
It's a form of Marfan syndrome. It's talked about the areola of the heart and all that, and that's when I just said, you know what, next story.
Wow.
I mean, but it's something to the fact that he can't play.
That's very serious. Jeez.
You know, that reminds me of, you remember Ernie Davis?
Yeah.
Like
Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse got drafted to the Cleveland Browns, first African American to win Heisman. You know, as soon as he got drafted, he got diagnosed with leukemia.
Yeah.
And died shortly after. I mean, hopefully he don't die, pass.
Right.
That kind of reminds me of that same situation.
Man.
Dave's a great player. They did a movie on it.
Right.
Called The Express. Yeah, it's called The Express.
Jim Brown really talks about that a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because they said they were real close. And,
Right.
Darren Henson played Jim Brown in that movie.
I'm going to have to, look that up, watch it.
Check that out.
Be something to look at amongst other stuff that I'm doing.
That's right. Take some time to watch Jim Brown.
Yeah. I might be going to
Dirty
see
Dozen.
The Voice.
Tracking people down.
Voice.
Yeah, I might
Straight up?
I'm going to go see that. Yeah, I got a couple tickets. So
Couple?
Yeah.
I mean, couple.
that means me and my husband.
You said a couple, like
Couple.
5,
Dose.
6.
Couple means
Dose.
last time. Check.
Out of Chicago.
Okay. Chicago public school system sucks.
Whatever.
If a couple means 4 or 5.
It's better than the Gator public school system.
I didn't go to school in Carroll County.
That's right.
My kids is in a different county. Hey, that's what it is. Don't be trying to cover up the terrible county.
I ain't terrible.
Chicago public school
Several
system.
Two mean two. Several can mean anywhere plus 2 up.
Anyway, do
That's
you
all.
see this struggling?
I see the struggle, but I'm letting it go. I'm not refereeing today.
Kids.
Round 2.
He already know
Big
who
game.
he is. What?
Speaking of round 2, round 3, round 4, we're still looking for a fighter for Floyd. He's
Floyd,
fighting in September. It's not going to be Amir Khan, which people wanted to see from the standpoint that that's probably the next contender for him. Due to Ramadan, he's going to sit that one out. Amir Khan. Pacquiao's not in the mix right now. It might be Miguel Cotto, a rematch.
Would he even want to fight Pacquiao now? It just seems like it's just,
Who's gonna take the dive from Floyd?
he's meh. You know what I mean? Just meh. Pacquiao.
It's money.
I mean, it's money, but I'm just saying it's not as hyped now as it
Well,
was.
not since Marquez dropped him with the right hand. I got it. But Pacquiao was impressive in his last fight.
Okay,
Styles make fights. It only takes one punch to knock you out.
that's it.
That's it.
You right?
And he doesn't want anything to do with Marcos Maidana like he fought last time. We saw that fight.
Crazy.
I want to see Floyd Mayweather fight Butterbean.
I want to see it. Actually, I want to see.
But a beat.
I want to see him fight Bernard Hopkins, but there's like a 40-pound weight difference if they could catch it. But fight at a catch weight.
Wow. Okay. I remember when the fights to see used to be the heavyweights. Now,
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Ain't no heavyweight contender.
No heavyweight. Nothing.
Ain't nobody, every heavyweight contender out there, they'll get up, maybe get on a 2 and 3 winning streak, then get knocked.
That's
And
it.
dropped.
And just fight Klitschko's. Klitschko's just got no way to fight.
Hmm.
They won't fight each other, so
Crazy.
we're stuck.
Fight Butterbean, Floyd.
Killing.
Butterbean.
All right.
I'm good.
All right.
Knocked out. Boom.
Butterbean.
That's it for the sports update, the latest turns. When we come back, we got some hot topics. One of them including Tamar Braxton's on-stage collapse.
Hello.
Yeah, so keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. We'll be back after this.
personality, connect well with people and ideas that you know would make a great show, then contact the Beat Drops Radio and email your views, links, website, and contact information to the Beat Drops Radio at gmail.com. Set up an appointment today. Acting the next year, gearing up for the new year and expanding our network to cover interesting, creative, fun, original, and captivating shows. And this just might be you. We are family-friendly, top 40 pop and R&B station located in the Atlanta metro area. Now, if you don't live in the Atlanta area and have great fun shows, we have time slots available for you too. Don't delay and email us today to beatdropsradio@gmail.com.
You are tuned into the Bianca Burwell Show on the Beat Drops Radio, your top 40 pop and R&B station, also 93.1 FM in Toledo, Ohio. The calling number is 404-826-9223. Listen live. If you do not have internet access or know someone who doesn't, you can call and listen by dialing 401-347-0418. What is wrong with y'all?
Get out the way. Put your lights out.
I see both of y'all are feeling Luda on this segment.
Yeah. It's too hot not to, man. You be out there, you be throwing bowls. Oh no! Lights out! About to punch yo! Lights out! It's too hot.
All right.
Give me some water, some ice, bucket. You chicks stay away from me. It's too hot for that grease. Can't do it.
Okay, so going from that, Tamar Braxton.
Uh-oh.
You know, she's on her Love and War tour right now, and apparently she had a recent on-stage collapse.
She was that baby fat.
Yeah.
She did her once.
Oh my God, dude. She had a baby. Don't make it seem like she had a baby. And
Beyonce
she's
had a
older.
baby too.
And she's older. She older than Beyonce. So, moving on. So she went to IG to explain what happened exactly, and while we're not sure if it was some medical condition, this is according to one of her posts blog. Some are feeling that basically it's exhaustion. You know, Tamar reassured her fans on IG she is back in the saddle, and she thanked them for helping her carry on. Now this is coming from her IG, so she had to have like just been sitting there typing forever.
Was she typing while she was in the hospital?
I have no idea. This is Instagram. You can be from Instagram.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Just asking. It made a juicy story. She was though. I'm all good. Wait, let me change my tube. All right, cool. I'm all good.
She said,
It's chow time.
I really felt like last night was lights out for me. I felt so bad I was shaking. I honestly couldn't remember a lyric, a dance step, but I never lost myself where my body took over and my mind and left me helpless. I wanted to say, but I couldn't. I wanted to, she said she wanted to stay, but she couldn't. She wanted to drink, but she couldn't catch her breath. So for the first time, you know, it was always been able to figure it out and work through anything, simply just could not do anything but gasp for air and ask for help. She said she was powerless and heartbroken. However, her peoples in Dallas held her down and reminded her of what a real, true Tamartian is. She said she tried to get up and go back 3 times but couldn't move, talk, or sing, and worse, breathe. Not until she heard how, after all the time passed, that everybody was still waiting for her and nobody left. Interesting. So she said she got it all together and she appreciated everybody except her for the real Tamar. And, you know, everybody sang with her until she got her voice back. I'm going to tell you what she didn't get back was that money. She kept that.
So she got a bad batch.
Go back to this Tamartian thing.
Yeah.
What about her fans supporting?
Yeah, no, she this is to them. She was thanking them for being there with her. I mean, she's been touring for a minute, but when you're older plus a mommy, you gotta pace yourself. You can't act like you 20. You ain't 20. No more. You long past that. So.
Like I said, she had a bad batch.
No, it's called exhaustion. I am not about to put that out there. That is Antonio saying that she's on drugs. I'm not saying that.
And the thoughts and views of Antonio Wolf are not that of B&B Entertainment 3000.
And we ain't putting out no misinformation. She it's a lot when you're performing. That takes a lot out of you. And rehearsals, and Tamar seems to be a bit of a perfectionist. So we know how Michael Jackson used to be. That joker would rehearse. It had to be on point. Everything had to hit. And I don't really see her any different. She has a pretty decent album, but I will say this: if she had come out years ago, she would be like way bigger than what she is now.
You think so?
I know so. And the reason why I say that is because music television back then, we used to watch videos and stuff all the time. Now it's more, you got to get out there to social media and all that. With the advent of that, even though it made more access to everybody else, but now we can see you a little more, and the hype is not as much as it would be as back then. She would have been way bigger. Way bigger.
So you're saying before the explosion
of social media,
okay,
she would have been way bigger. She would have. Because she would have had the same type of machine behind her pushing it. She'd have been, on the different stages over there, performing.
They wouldn't have got tired of it. It would have been that good balance.
Yeah, it would have been a really good balance. Not to say that her sales, I don't know what they are, but she's got a pretty decent album there for anybody, especially R&B. R&B was bigger then than it is now.
Yeah.
So
especially for females too.
Period. Not just females, but period. R&B is just not as popular as it used to be.
No, I'm saying especially for females, because it's some from what I heard before. It's like it's a difference. Somebody told me that females have a shorter lifespan when it comes to the R&B music than males. So I heard.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know. I mean, we can name quite a few on either side that've been around for quite some time.
True that.
But what it is that for men, there's really no age limit. Tamar is kind of setting a precedent, but only because we're used to seeing her backing up Toni Braxton, her sister, and others. But a new artist, female, cannot. Typically, after 25, that's it. But men have a longer lifespan as far as when they're able to come out. But as far as longevity,
she about 37?
I want to say no. I don't think she's 37. Maybe Toni might be. Toni's the older sister. Tamar is the youngest.
So she might be.
She might be in her early to mid 30s. We can look that up.
I'm saying 37 is what Wikipedia is telling me.
We'll look that up. Wikipedia, folks can adjust that. I'm not sure because.
I'm not just curious. We're just talking about the age, though.
Yeah. Because
get your reps in.
It's 5 girls. Toni is the oldest. And Tamar is the youngest. Somehow I don't see them that close together. Their parents had there's 6 of them.
Dang.
Yeah, there's 6 of them. Tony's the oldest, Tamar's the youngest. 5 girls, 1 boy.
Dang.
What do you mean, dang? They all got the same mom, same daddy.
That's what I'm talking about. Dang.
What was the problem?
No, I'm proud of them.
I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm proud of them.
Braxton family doing work.
Go ahead, Pops.
Braxton family doing
Well, I
work.
mean, they're no longer together. The mother and the father, they're no longer together. He's remarried. They have the reality show, Braxton Family Values, that aired 2 seasons in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
How many kids he got with his new wife?
None. He's an older guy. None. I don't mean nothing. None. Everybody is not Mr. Knowles. All right, moving on from that situation with Tamar. The View, ABC's daily talk show. Apparently, there are 2 more that are leaving, and that is Sherry Shepherd and Jenny McCarthy. They are leaving.
Wow.
Yep. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I like Sherry too, but
I didn't see her as necessary, but I liked her.
Well, Sherry's been there for a minute.
Yeah, she has.
She's been there for a while. She's there longer than Whoopi.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't watch it that much.
Yeah. She's there longer than Whoopi. So, apparently they're part of a creative makeover in the wake of Barbara Walters leaving. And TMZ is talking about basically that they're just firing folk. just getting rid of them.
Dang.
I don't know if that's the case or not, but this is something that is fairly new on the horizon here. So The View remains a hit ABC show, and it's averaging 3.12 million viewers this season, down 1% from last season. Advertising spending on the show is about 118 million in 2013. That is ridiculous amounts of money. I'm just saying, down slightly from 122.8 million
Wow.
the year before. So I don't know. Are they like, well, we're not making as many advertising dollars, so some of y'all gotta go.
Huh.
I don't know. But to me, that's a lot of freaking money. Yeah. So they are making the adjustments.
So are they bringing anybody in?
Yes, they are. They are going to be bringing other folks in. Have you seen who it is?
Star Jackson.
No, Star ain't going back.
No,
Aw.
I don't know. Well, I'm asking you.
Yeah, no. Then,
You're not leaving, are you?
am I leaving? No.
You
No,
ain't
I
going
wouldn't
to
do
the
that
View?
either. Not at all.
You want to go to The View?
No.
What?
Are you kidding me? No.
I'll go. I'll be like, yo.
Well, it does look like they're going to have one male permanent host on The View, which I feel is kind of interesting, seeing as though it's typically a female kind of, I don't know, maybe they're trying to change the point of view. We'll see if the audience takes to that or not. I don't know. Primarily they're in female.
They had males on there before, and they just was like,
I guess they may have found one. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gay.
I was thinking that too.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, still kind of The View, but not really.
So you want to gay view?
No, I'm just saying, just yeah.
No, I'm just saying they want to gay view. You get it? It's The View from all different perspectives. And
But we're speculating. We're not sure. So we'll see. Floyd Mayweather. Standoff with Chantel Jackson. So for the first time since he publicly accused her of secretly aborting their unborn twin babies, Floyd Mayweather came face to face with his ex-girlfriend Chantel Jackson last night.
Chantel.
So it apparently was not a good situation. You can see the whole thing on TMZ because TMZ always gets the scoop. I do have to say, they for real.
That's the only sports they do is that gossip stuff.
Yeah, they do.
They're not breaking down World Cup. They're not breaking down the
No,
NBA
they're
draft.
not breaking
They're
it
just
down in
sitting.
layman's terms.
No, I'm just saying in general. They're just hanging out in LA, waiting, stalking,
Yeah, they-
paparazzi. Okay, here comes Kobe coming out the KFC or,
He got hit with a brick. First to get it.
Best Buy, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't mad at them. They'd be first ones on it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at them. I just think.
Man. Well, people who are familiar with the interview that took place with T-Boz and Chili, because
Oh.
Chili is real cool.
Yeah, she fine. She fine.
So with the two of them, they were on tour overseas. They didn't know all of the buzz and the things that happened on this side. The only thing that they were told of was what Rihanna had to say in response to an interview that they had. So of course they cut it up, they edited it, like and made it seem as if T-Boz and Chili were talking about Rihanna when they were talking about sex selling, clothes on, and all this other kind of stuff. Rihanna reacted, and they were like, "What is she going off about?" But then they went and saw what was aired, and they said, "Well, we can understand now. That should have been it, but apparently it's not." So T-Boz, let Riri know she is not hard to find.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Riri and T-Boz squared off earlier this month after T-Boz trashed Riri
Yeah.
for regularly showing too much skin. Rihanna fired back with Twitter and all this other stuff when she was saying, look at topless TLC. I thought y'all kept y'all clothes on. I thought y'all did the right thing. Look at y'all. Right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, so she basically was calling her a hypocrite. So it was T-Boz move when when they met up with her outside of Bootsy Bellows, and she put the gas and the flames on it. So I ain't hard to find. So
Ding, ding, ding.
ain't nothing gonna happen with that though.
I know.
They like we just trying to see what is going on. So
I'm going to have my body down, mess up your body down.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Did y'all happen to see that T.D. Jakes have thrown out one of his pastors or ministers for a tell-all book that he had published in regards to ministers pimping Have you seen
I
it?
heard something about it, but I haven't seen as much on it as I've been trying to see.
Yeah, I happened to look at that and I was like,
Cover
say it ain't so, TD. Say it ain't so.
I believe it though.
This is something that I got today. I mean, well, yesterday it popped up. That apparently one of his longtime elders was removed, and because he wrote a tell-all book entitled "The Sunday Morning Stick-Up: What Your Pastor Doesn't Want You to Know About Tithes." Again, the name of it is "The Sunday Morning Stick-Up: What Your Pastor Doesn't Want You to Know About Tithes."
I know tires go up every year like it's rent.
I guess if you,
20,
I
10,
don't know.
20, 25. Like, dang, Lord. Dang, Lord. What bills I need to pay this?
Well, what this alleges is that Bishop T.D. Jakes is known to other ministers around the world as the King Pimp, pimping members in the body of Christ out of their hard-earned money Sunday after Sunday. He says that he procured millions over the years with a plethora of money making gimmicks. He continues to pimp weak-minded believers out money as often as possible. But there's something that I saw on here.
You sound like you talk like that.
Really? You really go?
You talk like that.
Well,
Hello.
according to another friend who is a former staff member of the Potter's House, that's this church. Okay, Jake charges anywhere from 55 grand to 100,000 to come preach at your church. Plus, you must have a luxury hotel room, meals, and your church must be a certain size before he even agrees to food with you. Half of the money is due up front, and then you must agree to give Jake's 50% of the offering raised that night. Elder Richardson says Jakes has never been about the business of winning souls, but about making his pockets fatter.
I can see that.
So that's an alleged type situation. We don't know for sure.
Don't know, but it's not small business.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into later.
And we're gonna be talking about small business coming up. You know, what's the status of small business? What's the makeup of small businesses in regards to larger businesses, and how many people they employ, how many home businesses, things of that nature.
Location,
You thought about
location,
that?
location.
So a lot of them are located at home.
Exactly.
So we'll talk about that coming up and other stuff. So keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show right now. Sugar Hill Gang 8th Wonder. Keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burwell Show. Psst.
Stone Mountain's premier state-of-the-art technology center invites you to listen to today's hit music, enjoy refreshments, network, and plug into the World Wide Web in our relaxing atmosphere. Located in Northeast Atlanta, the Web Zone Cyber Cafe offers a convenient and enjoyable location to check your email, surf the internet, print, scan, fax documents, and make copies, all in one location. Visitors can connect to the internet using our high-speed computers and receive online assistance at no additional charge. Our 1,500 square feet cyber cafe is staffed with highly qualified and knowledgeable trainers. Ask about our mobile training for seniors program. We deliver up to 8 internet-ready computers to your community center and train seniors to effectively use the computer and safely surf the internet. Visit us online at www.thewebzoneatl.com or call 770-465-4000 for more information and rates. The Web Zone. Get away and get it online.
You are tuned into the Bianca Burrow Show on the TheBeatDropsRadio, your top 40 pop and R&B station. 93.1 FM in Toledo, Ohio. Dougie Fresh.
Living it up, oh yeah, Friday night, yeah.
Twice.
Hey.
Double Friday, double shot Friday.
Free for all Friday. It's a freaky Friday.
Y'all have issues.
Yeah, too.
Well, you know, it wasn't too long ago that we talked about the death of the middle class. You remember that?
That was what too long ago.
Last week was 2 full episodes jam-packed full of the
Thank you, Doug. Yes, wasn't too long ago. We talked about the death of the middle class. But I wanted to explore something else with you guys. Small businesses. We're all familiar with the brand.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Did you say yeah, sure? Is that what you said? Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. Calling the number is 404-826-9223. Again, 404-826-9223 is the calling number. If you want to see everything that's happening as it happens, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live, and you'll be able to see what's going on. Also, the Q&A box is open. So if you have any questions or comments about anything that we're saying, give us about 20 seconds and we'll be able to see it and we will entertain it.
Indeed.
You got issues, man. Now,
it
was something that I saw that was pretty interesting, and because I'm a small business owner, I always like to kind of look out and see the different things that's going on.
Enlighten us.
You know, and so there's like you can either go to the U.S. Census Bureau to get information, the Small Business Association to get information, and also Bloomberg. Those are the main 3 sources that I look at. For looking at this, okay? All right, so, and I found it really interesting because if you remember, we talked about the working poor, the lower middle class, the upper middle class, and all of that. And now, what I saw exactly, and then those are definitely very well paid, which is none of us. That is for sure. Okay, so small business owners are wealthier than the general population is what I found out, right? However, what I found out is that small business owners have an average income of about $71,690. Yep. Small business owners. Yep. Which is 21% higher than that of the U.S. population. Now, the lower level, when we talked about the destroying or the death of the middle class, the lower level middle class makes between $32,500 to $60,000. That's what they make. Okay, and so the small business owners, they're not in the lower level, but yet they're not with the upper middle class because the upper middle class begins at $100,000.
So they're the middle class.
So they're like in the middle thing.
Two middle class.
I guess. Small business owners are more likely to reside in higher value homes. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know exactly who they were looking at. Well, no, actually I do. Because another thing that I found out is that 45% are more likely to reside in the highest wealth percentile. I'll say it like that. Okay, so I've got a graph here that I'm going to have to make like an infograph for you guys. Y'all familiar with infographics, right? Okay. And I just found it real interesting, some of these stats, where the location of residence. Now, this may surprise some of you guys, and it may not surprise any of you at all. But what I found out is where small business owners reside. Where's the majority of them?
Midwest.
What do you think, Doug?
Northeast.
No,
I can't call it.
I say East Coast. I take that back.
East Coast?
Yeah.
Don't be looking at my notes.
No, I didn't look at the notes. I was thinking about
I
Manhattan.
don't see where your eyes are. You got on sunglasses.
But it probably is the Southeast now to mess it all up.
I was thinking about Manhattan.
Maybe the West Coast too.
Massachusetts.
I don't know.
Well, actually, the small business owners, 40.3% reside in the Eastern time zone.
That's what I said.
See, told you.
And then 29.9% in the Central time zone.
It's close.
Right? 22.2% in Pacific, so that's on the West Coast.
Coast?
Specific, yeah.
I'm gonna let that go.
Indeed. Yeah.
Now, the national consumer average, still 50%, 50.2% is on the East Coast.
That's actually quite surprising.
28.7% is Central, and then 14.5% Pacific. Now, in looking at this, like I said, it's just a status.
Right.
Just looking at small business owners as a whole, because we've heard, and I know I've heard quite a bit in regards to small businesses and home-based businesses and all that, and I wanted to get a little bit more information. Now, I did get a breakdown, which I'm not going to go over here today, per state, per county, how many businesses, and how many have like one or more, employees and all of that. But what I'm going to go through right now is looking at the minority representation that I thought was very interesting. And you might too. All right? You might too. So relative to, this is the minority representation. Relative to the percentage of the Hispanic and Asian populations in the U.S., Hispanics are underrepresented as small business owners, and Asians are overrepresented. Yeah. So even though it's their population, as far as the Asians, is like way lower, they account for over 51% of minority small businesses.
I'm not surprised at that. They are the richest race in America, like the most wealthy.
I don't know about the richest.
I can take that back, richest. But from the stats I've read, they are the most wealthiest race in America.
I don't know about the wealthiest.
That's what I heard.
Where you get that from? I'm just wondering.
I can't remember, honestly.
I'm gonna need you to stop spitting stats if you don't know.
You
knew we was doing this segment.
I didn't know we was doing this segment.
Really?
When?
Yeah. Millions of other people knew. It's posted since I don't know, since you walked in the door.
Exactly.
And it should have been before then. You tagged on it. But at any rate,
you bring up all the stuff.
I'm just saying that I just want to be as accurate as possible. I don't want to give stats if I don't know where that came from. This I have. I don't know about them being the wealthiest. Because when you start getting into billionaires, which we know two right now, which is Oprah and Dr. Dre. I'm just saying, wealthiest.
I'm just saying that's two lonely black people.
Probably a lot of people just aren't as popular. You can be a billionaire and not be popular.
It's possible.
There's plenty of Microsoft billionaires that we don't know the name of right now.
But a Microsoft company.
Because Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is not Asian.
So I'm just talking about just the billionaires. I'm talking about billionaires, period.
It's very popular too.
Yeah, that's Bill Gates, but I'm talking about the other Microsoft billionaires that we don't know of, that we don't recall the name of. See, you listen.
So at any rate, Hispanics underrepresented. So you got like a negative 25%. I don't know how you get that. So, but is there? That's what it says.
I guess it goes.
It's underrepresented. So what I found interesting. Are you hearing a race missing?
Of course.
Just us.
And I don't hear nothing about whites either.
Minority small business owners.
Oh, I didn't hear that part either. My bad.
Are you hearing?
I don't know, y'all. Minority small business owners.
Can you hear me now?
So I find it interesting. So I wanted to look at that a little bit more with the minority-owned small businesses. Now look, about 17%, this is from Bloomberg, about 17% of the U.S. population now is Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
So what would be like 13?
And 13% is black. I'm going to need you to look at my notes.
I didn't see that.
Black.
I can't see over there.
Are y'all looking at this? Everybody who's looking, we see, whatever.
I can't see that far. You know, I wear glasses, y'all. Can't see.
Yeah, sunglasses too. At any rate, so 13% is black, and federal small business contracting award ratios for those groups are in the single digits. So small businesses, called the drivers and engineers of growth by President Barack Obama, attracted about $98.2 billion in government awards last year. According to the data compiled by Bloomberg, Hispanic-owned companies won about 8.4% of that total, or that 8.21 billion, while black-operated small businesses won about 7.2%, which is 7.1 billion. Stats. Check.
Wow.
So at any rate, and these are the businesses that are operating like they're supposed to. We ain't talking about Man who got some candy in the back of his house.
Selling the CDs from his trunk.
We ain't talking about that. So I just thought it was very interesting to look at that. The Small Business Association talk about small business shares, kinds of businesses, home-based businesses 52%, franchise 2%, sole proprietors 73.2%, corporations 19.5%. Just very interesting. So you guys, small businesses, we do drive a lot of what's going on, but also too, keep in mind that a lot of the small businesses, or just businesses in its entirety, what they're saying right now, don't last extremely long. So it may be a whole lot of them that are getting out there. So what does that mean, though, when a small business is not able to make it past 5 years?
What that means to me, that means that it doesn't make it 5 years, doesn't that go into tax, or that you're no longer going to be able to thrive. You're just not a small business anymore.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
The government gives you like about 3, I think pushing 4 years to operate at a loss.
You know what that means to me? That you're not properly marketing yourself on the Beat Drops Radio, which y'all need to do. Hit up. Yeah, just saying. What your advertisement needs.
Now, you give me the, I don't know, go back to the sponsorship drop, but you're saying, is it 3 years, they say? 3 to 5 years?
That you get to operate as a loss.
Then what happens?
You're a hobby. You're not business.
Okay, then what?
You gotta stop.
Yeah,
You
They can't do anything to you, though.
Well, I mean, you can try to continue to operate the business and try to claim it, but you'll get into trouble because you can't take advantage of all those tax breaks that small business owners get. You know, they're like, no, we're not going to keep
small business owner as opposed to somebody who's, just different. I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Like, if this is a hobby that you're just doing in your house, we're not going to give you tax breaks for it, and you're not making any money. And a lot of them, these businesses that they looked at were those that had like gross annual receipts of more than $1,000 that do file taxes.
Well, some months I'm a hobby, some months I'm a business.
But
that's what I'm saying. Right now I'm in a hobby zone.
But you got to look at it like the whole year.
I know.
You a business, though?
I'm a hobby. I'm a business.
He said
a
he's
hobby lobby.
He's a hobbyist.
You're a small business owner that has, 1 to 5 employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I mean,
I got Doug, I got Douglas, Dougie, all 3 of us.
So
Doug is a pain in what, but you know what?
All the advertising voices.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, man, height machine.
Right.
So what are some things that small businesses can do to help their image in branding and marketing, to help keep them consistent and staying out there and people can see them?
Well, you said the key word is be seen, and that means you got to have your customers. I think you have to position your customers as your advocates for your brand. And what I mean by that is a happy customer tells 4 or 5 other business owners and friends to use your products or services. We're just going to keep it on that. So first thing is customer service, repeat customers. It's easier to sell to a customer that you already does business with you than to get new business. So keep it tight, keep it at home, and keep everybody happy.
How beneficial is networking to you?
Not at all. No, seriously, it's very important from meeting people face to face as well as socially across the world. I mean, every day another contact can lead to somebody new.
Exactly.
And don't look at it as, well, I went to this networking event and I talked to 10 people, I didn't get nothing out of it at that time. But maybe that 10th person you met knows somebody that knows somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So
another thing,
you just got to be strategic about it.
Strategic, that strategy.
So go in there, if somebody asks you what you do, you got to find out what, you got to be able to have your pitch down for your business.
Exactly.
But I always come in with, for me, I ask them what they do, then I tailor my response back to how I can help what they do.
So it's important to listen.
Yeah, listening's one of the key things. Definitely, I mean, be able to listen to what they do.
Right.
You go in with I'm going to get into whole sales, but you go in talking about what you do, this, that, and the other, and they're not hearing you, they're not feeling it, you're wasting your time. Not only you're probably pushing an opportunity out the door. Because you're talking, you're not speaking the language.
Exactly.
Or you're wasting time.
How do you feel about consultants? Business consultants.
I think there's a lot more business consultants than they do the economy. I think there's some good ones. I think there's just people that, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to get on the soapbox a little bit with consultants.
Do you?
And motivational speakers. There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
It's good or bad. There's some good ones. Don't get me wrong. There's some profitable people that do well. But there's a lot of people that are in job transition. Now I'm going to be a life coach. Now I'm going to be a motivational speaker. My cat had a bad day, so I'm going to talk about that. Hallelujah. You know, I mean, anything to give you motivation.
Yes.
So I'm not knocking motivation. There's some great ones. Please understand. But I do think there's so many life coaches without credibility out there. There's people in job transition who say, okay, today I'm in job transition, so today I'm going to be a consultant. But in some cases, you know, they can look at their life experiences a bit. So I'm a little jaded on that. That's just my take. So I do like consultants, yeah, but I think there's an influx of more and more due to the economy.
I think you're right. Business consultants can be good when, especially when you see that they have experience in whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Right.
We can pick up and look at business consultants that just want to consult, quote unquote, but they have no idea what it is that you're doing. So I don't see how they can actually give you credible information that you can rely on if they've not done, or at least done any type of due diligence to find out about your type of business.
The other thing, and this is kind of going to keep it in a small business area, I do a lot of research on like video marketing production companies. There are a ton of advertising agencies or marketing companies and branding companies. So I go to their website and I do my little audit of their website, and they'll be, we brand your company, we'll help you with your logo, and we'll do video production on the website.
Right.
So you call them up, but we outsource that. Even some of the bigger social media firms in Atlanta that have been around for a while, they always have marketing, branding, logo, advertising, consulting. They just sort of video at the end. Are you really doing video, or are you just using that as a landing page to consult? Which is fine to hire somebody else. Oh, all our video is not in-house, we outsource it. So that's all I'm saying. Which is collaboration. Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
Small business owner, you can't be a one-person shop and do everything, but at the same time, you gotta look what's real and what they can deliver.
It's always good. I think it's a good point that you made to collaborate with other business owners that may be able to help gain momentum by outsourcing some things.
Right.
To help have a collective, more comprehensive type business model. It's possible. You can throw business to one person, they can throw business to you, and hopefully they're not taking people for their money and not giving them what it is that they're purchasing.
Dang, are you trying to steal me from my baby?
I'm just saying, some will do that.
Or
there's people out there that sell hype.
Yeah, it's a lot of them, and you got to be able to cut through that.
The whole world's going on there.
Yeah, they will sell a lot of hype, and because of the advent of the internet, you're able to look up, research, and find out just about anything that you want to find out.
Yeah,
It's out there.
Social proof.
Yes, and that's a good thing. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid that even if you did get with someone that turns out to not be who they are or who they say they are, Just kick them to the curb and move on.
Giant turkeys.
I mean, you're talking about the whole buying process in
Yes.
the business. Antonio goes out to buy a car today, let's say. I'm sure he's just not going to walk up and he's going to do a little research. He's going to go online. He's going to check reviews of the place he's buying a car. Antonio or whoever, I'm just looking at you right now. But you're going to do your due diligence before you go out there and talk to some salesperson and do that. You're going to eventually do that, but it's just we have the power of technology to make the decisions.
More now than ever, and I really appreciate the
That's a
advent.
whole nother segment.
Yes, more now than ever. So, all right, status, pulse check on the small businesses, and a little advice there
Exactly.
via Doug Landon.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Indeed. So we'll be back after this, and then we'll be gone, for the weekend. Friday.
Real, what you doing this weekend?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Dinner in the movie. Keep it locked right here on the Bianca Burrow
Bring me a
Show.
doggy bag.
What you know about that Ron Isley dinner in the movie?
I just got the joke. Is that what you was doing this weekend? You said dinner movie?
Yes.
Okay, well, I just got that.
Really?
I just got that.
All right. We'll give you that one. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so if you haven't done it, please, by all means, like us on Facebook. We got like a few more likes, so it's pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, just go to TheBeatDropsRadio.com, click on Watch Live. You see the big F at the top.
We ain't talking about the finger.
And that'll take you directly to our Facebook page. Don't be afraid to, like, share with other people. Suggest it. You can do that in Facebook.
Don't be scared.
Also, follow us on Twitter at BeatDropsRadio. We got more likes on that, too. That's really cool. You know, I try to keep up with, all the social media stuff and manage the best I possibly can. And my Instagram handle is Bianca_Burwell. Doug, what you doing again this weekend, man?
I got a networking event I'm covering at Peachtree 200 building tomorrow. Health, fitness, and some other stuff. Atlanta Trade Expo, Rafael Escoto's event. He does this about 4 times a year.
That's cool.
So I'll be doing film, video testimonials. And it's going to be a long day, but it'll be a good day.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day. Antonio?
This weekend, I got an upcoming video shoot for tomorrow for the short film Wishful Thinking, and that's pretty much it. After that, I'm in the liquor store to get some Buzzballs.
What?
Yeah.
Only Antonio. Well, I'll be going to Tinseltown Studios in Douglasville. They're having a short film festival. Actually, it's like 5 indie filmmakers, and I think they're like about 20 minutes each or whatever in Douglasville. It starts about 7 o'clock. So Tinseltown Studios, if you're in that area or just want to roll through, we're going to do some live streaming, which is going to be real cool. I look forward to doing that. I think I might break my iPad out for that one.
Dope.
Now, is that tomorrow or is that?
That's tomorrow, Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep. And then Sunday, I'll be sitting with some esteemed business owners, internet radio. We got some things coming up that it's going to be real cool.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love when I'm able to collaborate with those that do the same type of thing that I do, but yet they understand the business and that we need one another to help take this thing over. So,
like a big group hug.
So y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Everybody up in Toledo, y'all be safe as well as, as best you can, I guess. It's crazy we have to, man. Y'all be careful.
Indie artists, you want to remind them one more time?
Indie artists, the way that you get spins right here on the Beat Drops Radio. You can submit your music by going to TheBeatDropsRadio.com. Look in the top right, you will see yellow where you can submit directly. There is a small submission fee, but it is worth it. So, yeah, we'll see you later. Inspired Talk coming up at 6 o'clock.
Peace.